Hi gardening friends, welcome to Tea Time Tuesday, and today I'm going to give you an update on our River's Edge memory garden. Perennials and annuals and natives. This is the Bark River that runs through our campus. And I am in Wisconsin, Zone 5. Isn't that bark pretty on the river birch? Even that dead one looks good. The texture. It is around 5 p.m. here in Wisconsin. The light is pretty. I have told most of you that these perennial gardens are run mostly by volunteers, all by volunteers. Maintenance will help out when we need soil, or we're using 30% vinegar to kill the weeds in this granite path. They do have pop-up watering system. Doesn't get everywhere, but it gets most of the gardens. Those yuccas looked pretty. Can you see the seed pods on them? The seed pods of the white yucca. And I believe that's a false sunflower. And of course, whoa, I'm gonna get hit. Oh, a little bumpy. I just got hit by that sprinkler. Didn't plan on that, did I? Even Queen Anne's lace is pretty in here. This garden here, I had told you the last time, does not have anybody attending it. But I see, and I bet it's the people, the couple that do most of the perennial gardening down here. I bet they're the ones that are starting to put in some more perennials here. I see they have daylilies. And they're smart. They're dividing what's too big in other areas and then just repeating it. The biggest chore here is weeding. We have ostrich ferns over here. And this spring I did harvest some of the fiddleheads. I think I'm the only one that knows they're edible. And I took maybe one or two off of each fern. Here are the seed heads on the ostrich fern. And then I believe they have bishop's weed in here. And another word I think is, another name for it is goutweed. But such a pretty backdrop. Lily of the valley are in here too. All aggressive plants. I see an Indian plantain is showing up over here. Indian plantain. Gets about 7 foot or so. This one's a little stunted because it's not getting the sun that it likes. And it must have come from across the river. They have another prairie garden over on the other side. That one is, oh, probably about 6 years old or so. Dave and I took a picnic the other day up the river. We call it Bending the Bark. And I went in. I was waiting in it. just walking, pulling some of the seaweed. Quite a few peonies, early spring. But now the showstopper is the purple coneflower and the black-eyed Susans and the Annabelle hydrangeas. So pretty. White to light green to that lime green. And I see the anemone is starting to bloom. It's a late season, usually around August, September. August 1st today, so it's right on time. Also some lamb's ear called big ears. Makes a great ground cover. Perfect spot for it here. It's dry, very dry. Filled in with a lot of annuals, if you remember some of my videos from earlier in spring. The 3 Pillars does buy all the annuals we want. Bleeding hearts early in spring. Along with, this is catmint. I bet at one time when this garden was started, this was a lot more sun. And then, of course, like a lot of us, have trees around and they mature, and then you get more shade. Isn't the bud of this anemone pretty? So delicate, so soft looking, like velvety. Right now, along the river's edge, the showstopper is senna, and that has a pretty leaf and a yellow flower. Can get around 6 foot tall if it has the right conditions, like water. And this is water's edge here. There's a nice stand of it right there. Senna. So using natives is a great idea. Yes, they're aggressive, but they fill in large areas. Then we have the cup plant. Way up above. That's a good 8 feet? 8 feet tall. They have been doing maintenance. They cut down their irises. And they have some annuals coming up here. Lantana, drought tolerant. Oh, what's this here? This is, I think I talked about it last week, or no, several weeks ago. Perilla. It's an herb, aggressive, but in my garden, it got watered a lot, so it was more burgundy and it really spreads a lot. But that's what herbs do. And an excellent ground cover, tight ground cover is ajuga. Pretty blue flower in spring. Very thick. Big leaf. This one could be Caitlin's giant. Can see how the burgundy and the green look so pretty together, same leaf. Some are burgundy, some are green. It looks like when the new growth comes out it's burgundy and then it maybe turns to green. Catmint was cut back. Good people. It'll rebloom for them. And they just planted some of the variegated ribbon grass. Yes, aggressive. But they want it to fill in. Here is the ligularia. I believe this one's Orthello. Likes water and shade, so they moved it here. It was in the sun. The only thing is they have a lot of bare soil showing, but these people do not like to mulch. They like the roughed up dirt, and they're not into feeding the soil, which mulch would do. The shredded bark or grass clippings or straw, it would feed the soil and you get better soil. But most of you know that. But I don't garden here, so I can't tell them what to do. They're planting some Japanese painted ferns and they're repeating it. What's nice is they have some over there that they planted in spring, and they must have decided they liked it, so they purchased some more. This here, that is a stump of a burning bush, which was like a burning bush tree, but it'll be a bush again, just with a big stump on the bottom. You can see they've been doing weeding. So even if it's gone wild and there's weeds and grass in there, it's still something pretty to walk through down here. So pretty. I am very happy I have this here. A non-adopted area here. It's got daylilies in it. There were alliums in spring. A lot of this senna's taking over. All of the cup plant. Now they took a lot of the cup plant down. They just keep whacking it down. So we can see more of the river over here. This end of the memory garden is down near the highway, which is just a state highway. It's nothing huge, but we still get traffic as people are coming home. But they took a lot of the cup plant down, so we can see the river more here, and they're keeping it down. They planted some bushes. I don't know what the bushes are. A lot of astilbes, new plantings of astilbes. Someone painted on slate. Whoa, that's a big dump truck. I'm so sorry I'm down here at rush hour. I think this is some kind of dianthus. or carnation of some type. Drought tolerant. Cute little bunny statue. They use a lot of ladies' mantle, which I'm happy, because it grows in dry and gives us good leaf texture all season long. And you can see they have a lot of new plantings. They divided hostas. Hanging baskets, which get watered daily, Monday through Saturday, by the maintenance guys. They come around on a cart that has a big water reservoir on it. Dianthus. Russian sage. It's across our little path here. A lot of Carl Forrester. I like that blue fescue. I think that's what it's called. I used to know the name of it. I forgot. Excellent. Nice texture. Nice color. I probably wouldn't have put a peony there. Too close to the grasses. So Lady's Mantle edges this area of the garden. Isn't that a pretty color of echinacea or coneflower? I wonder if it's new this year. I can't remember. A lot of times those hybrids don't come back. Purple coneflower comes back, but the new varieties don't always come back. I love the movement of grasses in a garden. More of that senna. And then you can see above there, there's a bush that this time of the day, that fire engine red berries just show up so nice with that yellow foliage of the senna. And then the red berries. Again, it was all filled in with the cup plant. So if they don't cut it again, it might come up, be shorter, and bloom. This must be where they're getting the extra lamb's ear, called big ears. Perfect. Perfect spot. Dry, right along the edge here. Then this here is a big area of turtle head. Gives us a nice hot pink color in the autumn, late summer, autumn. Variegated iris. I love that. Once they get more mature and fill in, it'll look pretty. Russian sage. I like their crane sculptures. bee balm. That's a fuchsia one. I don't know the name of that one. Pretty color. Young gardens. So I will keep showing you them through the years, and hopefully they fill in. And hopefully we always have someone that'll take over weeding them. I like how they leave some of the wild asters and goldenrod come up in between. This will be an aster soon. Well, in about a month. This looks like a copper king. Hydrangea? Copper king. It's gonna get pretty blooms on soon. And it doesn't look like the Japanese beetles found it. But we haven't had that bad of infestation of Japanese beetles this year. That Liatris is pretty backlit. I see they have some orange butterfly weed behind it. That'll naturalize nicely too, I think. Veronica, red fox, even though it's hot pink. The name of it's red fox. And a long time bloomer, if it's deadheaded, along with the, I think that's meadow sage behind it. A pretty type of gaillardia. Again, it's some kind of hybrid from the old-fashioned orange and red and yellow gaillardia. Pretty and short. And they cut back their, what is that? Speedwell, I think it is, the blue. And it's blooming again. They have mums in here. And the foliage on their columbine still looks good from spring. And then they put in some hardscaping with Spirea's gold flame. And an old reliable along the edge. Snow in the summer. Pretty aspen in here. Doesn't look too healthy right now, but the bark looks pretty in here. That's silvery white. Almost looks like a birch, but it's not a birch. A rose bush that they cut way back, a shrub rose, and it's been blooming and blooming on and off. Here Coletta and John added more hostas too, all that bare soil. And they do have bark available, shredded and chipped, but shredded would be best in here. This is the bike Dave got me when we moved in here. And then he detailed it for me. I guess he was afraid somebody might take it. Huh? Lots of baskets. I got a bell. These people have a nice view. Screened in porch and a sun porch, both. Those are the only 3 rooms here that have it. Unfortunately, it is assisted living on this end. And not many people come out of there and enjoy the outside. Some type of a butterfly weed. Butterfly bush. Or no, milkweed. Milkweed. Celosia annual along the edge here. Woo. Honeysuckle vine. A lot of pretty perennials in there too. Say hi.
Hi.
Look who's driving here. There's my honey. He's checking up on me. He says, gosh, Lark always leaves for so long. So, take care, my friends. I hope you like the flower garden tour. Next week, I think I'll give you my tour of the veggie garden. So bye for now, and stay safe and stay healthy. Ooh, look at the seed heads on this pretty clematis. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Sea holly. I have to move because that sprinkler's gonna get me. Bye-bye, my friends.